EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught. Here's Langford. Well, this defense for the Jags, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check your hot read. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Check smash, 3. Go, go, go.
And he's got some space here. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They go play action with Lawrence. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go. Check 43.
They'll try the left side. Weaver. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
I'm here all day. Hey, check 24. 18,
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that. I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Broken tackle. And they get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Etienne once more. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my own college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Not much there, only a yard. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. They go play action now. Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, orbit. Yes, yes.
16, get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On play action, Lawrence. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence, he'll get this off to Etienne. Touchdown! Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to him on first down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On first down, it's Weaver, and he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On third down, Lawrence. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good footwork at the 30. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On second down, it's Weaver, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 3. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. 4th down. Here's Lawrence. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Steps away to his left. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The tackle made by K'Lavon Chaisson. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Weaver. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Trucks over him, and he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And all the way down to the 12. A big play that time for Cleveland. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball. But for
and now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. No. Off. Wide. Get wide.
No, street.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Out. He's coming.
They go with McCaffrey, and he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Lawrence. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Chest.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Back to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Cleveland. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
40 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check back. Man left. We got 4.
Now Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
80 weapon. Bravo.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Ready, ready. 15 line. 15 line.
I got him. Shit. Watch the shit.
Go.
Watch twist.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, 25 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Lambert. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down. Panther 60. Panther 60. There. All day, baby.
They'll keep it on the ground. Weaver. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Browns are back within a score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Kill.
Etienne once more. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Check 13. Go.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. He's back to throw. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd down, it's Weaver. I don't want to overhype overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And to give this time to the tailback, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 101 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the Jaguars are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Look at me, zipper.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's... But that is still well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime.